I know that the impact on an actual resource center is huge on individuals who often don't find spaces that they feel comfortable going to or where they know that they're safe. I think it's amazing. The visual of the building just feels so welcoming, and that's really what the LGBTQ community is about. So, really finding those, particularly youth who are in between the gaps, I would say, who haven't found their space, I hope that this center really provides a resource for them.
Through the experience of friends and loved ones that have had a hard time finding safe places, I think that's the number one offer that the center provides, is just a safe place, even if people aren't ready to move forward with maybe discovering more of who they are or how they can help. Just having a safe designated space, whether someone pursues that now or later, and just having that presence is huge, because the first thing we need are resources before we can build equity, we can build appreciation and just knowledge within the community.
Just seeing the available spaces that are for high school students to be able to do their homework, that setup where I understand it's tough. It wasn't an option growing up as a kid for me, but there are more options available. But that doesn't mean that kids that are gender questioning have safe places at home. And seeing the computers and the places where they can play video games or read, but they can do their homework. The clothing, availability of the clothing, I knew that was down there. This is a huge game changer. It's a huge game changer. It's a safe place. I mean, even I was talking with somebody else while we were nibbling on food, and I realized this is one place where I can utterly let my guard down. I don't have to explain my pronouns. I don't have to explain anything. And I felt like I just relaxed. So for other people in the community, for a place to come that is ours, that's just amazing.
Well, Out Boulder was already affecting the community in a big way before the center, but the center, to me, is like exponentially providing an opportunity to both reach out to people that are both needing to be connected, but also who are maybe peripherally only casually aware of what's happening in this community, and that it can open up the larger Boulder and Rocky Mountain community to this new horizon. It just seems like a big new horizon, and that Marty Moore, the director, was already like massively impacting Boulder County and Colorado and the country, and this platform gives us, all of us, a lot more of her resources to bring to people.
I think it can change lives by providing access to a lot of different resources in the community, in both the Denver and Boulder communities and those surrounding areas as well. And I think that we all need resources, and sometimes finding those resources can be difficult. And I think that the more that we have available to us, the more lives can be changed, and I think it's a wonderful thing.
I just know that when I was growing up, there was nothing. The only thing I had to know about LGBTQ was literally looking up the word homosexual in a dictionary. And that was the only resource I had as a young teenager. So having this in a high-profile place and with our local political folks here supporting us and allies, and just seeing the amount of space that's available for all the way from young folks to elders, it just makes a tremendous impact for all of us. I just don't think, I think about I'm 64, and I think about the changes I've seen in 45 years since I became aware, and it's incredible. And so having this space is just life-changing. I hope it'll be life-changing for everybody that walks through the door.
A place for those that feel like they're not accepted to be accepted, and to have a community and a support system around them is so important for young people and for the community in general.
I think one of the things is making sure to hire diversely and to like make things accessible in as many ways as possible. One of the things is to talk to those people and to say, and also reach out to those other organizations in Denver and say, like, how do we do better? But I think one of the first steps is to make sure that we have diverse representation, and we've done, I think, really well with trans folks. Trans folks, I feel represented in Boulder, and that's one thing that I really appreciate.
No, I'm coming in and I'm touring this space, and I'm just thinking about how I knew very little about queer community and just didn't even know it was something I was a part of until later in life. And if I would have had something like this with all the resources that it has back when I was younger, it just would have really kick-started my journey, into this space. And it just clearly breeds a lot of ability to be creative and to make connections, and just really excited that this is something that we can bring to the community.